Hello everyone, welcome to the sideboard. I'm Glenn Jones.
I'm Wes Wise.
Wes Wise. I was going to introduce you. Be nice.
Go ahead.
This is Wes Wise, our assistant manager of acquisitions. Many of you may know him as a buyer. He buys Magic the Gathering cards with our fine booth members. Wes was taking a weekend off actually here in Las Vegas.
That's right.
Not buying the Magic cards. Played in our Las Vegas Standard Open. What'd you play, Wes?
I played Niapod.
Did you like it?
I liked it a lot. It was a really good deck. This was the first tournament I played in a while. I probably would have changed a few things going into the tournament, but it's overall a really, really good deck. I like it.
I know you promised for an Angel of Glory's Rise in your sideboard, and I personally would like to know if it paid off.
I never even once at any point in this tournament have considered siding it in. It would have never ever been good.
Well,
but
Wes is unfortunately out of the tournament now.
I am.
So he's dead. But that means that we can talk about the decks that are doing well, because he can't glean an advantage from that information. So I'm going to just start you guys off. I took down all the decks that were 5-0, figured out what everyone was playing. It was a pretty interesting collection. Since then, we've obviously had some wins, more than a few, in fact. But I'll go over, first off, the people who were 6-0. We had Charlie Chun playing Zombies on 6-0, Eric Pankin playing Mono Green Aggro, 6-0, Trevor Carr, Solar Flare, 6-0, Zach Meza, Niapod, 6-0, Chad White on Mono Black Control, whom we had in here when he was 4-0. He kept it up and he's 6-0. And Han Q, 6-0, also with Zombies. That's actually a lot of black, which was the thing that was most surprising to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's just really neat to not see 6-0 Delver, 6-0 Delver, 6-0 Delver. I mean,
there's definitely like some Delver at the top tables. We had
Yeah.
Alex Etzel at 5-1 now,
Yeah.
but he's it. That's it for Delver at the really high tables. There are a few people back who might be able to battle back from 1 or 2 losses, but that's it. And the mono black thing is kind of interesting because I feel like black is actually an ideal color to fight Bonfire today, which is kind of like the reason I think it might be a resurgence. Zombies creatures are really resilient. The control decks just don't care, obviously. So we have, of course, a number of green decks. I mentioned the mono green aggro, but the Niapod deck is also there. On 5-1, people who used to be 5-0 at least, we have green-red aggro, another Niapod, another Zombies, another Niapod. So you picked a good archetype, it seems.
Definitely.
Other people agree.
I mean, it's pretty standard. Just, my big questions were like Strangle Rootgeist over Visionary,
Elvish Visionary,
or to play Thalia or not to play Thalia. Essentially, were like the only main deck.
The main deck. You went up sideboarding Thalia?
I went up sideboarding, which is fine because I ran into a whole bunch of mirrors.
Sure, I think that's actually correct. With all the aggressive decks, I mean, you just read this list. Who on this list do you even want to Thalia against? It's grim. Mono Black Control, maybe? Like, that's just
I sideboarded against Shaheen Sarani playing Mono Blue Wizards.
Yep. It was probably real good against him.
It was. And then, like, a Delver deck. It's like, all right, well. So it's definitely like a lot. I think it was the right call for this tournament to leave in the sideboard.
One of the most unique decks we had in the whole tournament was Adam Percy on blue-white-red midrange. I know when I brought Wes into the booth, he even looked at this list and he was like, I don't even know what that deck is.
I don't.
That's because it didn't exist. Adam Percy is, as far as I know, the first person I've seen playing this deck. And it actually makes a lot of sense. We did a little article about all the decks that seemed cool in the tournament. And I talked about how Craig Wesco basically took blue-white Delver and added bonfires to it. He spawned like a whole new deck. Adam Percy pretty much just did the same thing with Sam Black's blue-white mid-range deck. Just take a deck that's good, blue-white, add some bonfires to it, go to town. He added a little bit more, like Wick Flare and Desperate Ravings, and I think he even had some Devil's Plays, which is really ambitious. But it was a cool archetype. So if you guys want to see some of the decks that I just named off, you've definitely got Adam Percy and Chad White's lists up there. Just go to StarCityGames.com, find our live coverage, and there's a deck list digest that has all of that information in there. We're going to take a quick break before we dive into, I think, round 8 of the tournament. That sounds right. So round 8 of the Standard Open, Las Vegas coming up. I'm Glenn Jones.
I'm Wes Wise.